Hi guys, and today I'm going to do something a little special today because um because well because from a few years back I used to make a lot of Portal 2 community levels, and I did a project where I called Portal Recreated from Memory. So I started this back in March 2023, but the problem is I never actually finished this. Yeah, I've only got to level 10 and I completely stopped. And it has been a while since I actually made a community test. Yeah, my last one was Chamber of Magic, and that was back in 2024. So yeah, well over a year ago. But today, I decided to actually rebirth this project. Well, my Recreated from Memory project. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do a remake of my Portal 1 Recreated from Memory. And also I'm going to sort of show you the making of this because, I kind of feel like that's something I should have done for my part 1, or for my original. So you could see that. So, let's start and recreate this. So, the first step we should do is, make the thumbnail. because because that's important. So I think we're gonna actually start with this. So we should find the right font here. I think. Okay, well, I want a font that's close to the logo. That's what I should do. I want things to be more faithful in terms of the thumbnail, unlike last time. I think. Yeah, this one will be good. All right, we're gonna do. So yeah, this will be a one-time thing though. So yeah, we'll do. Yeah, I think this font's good. I'm just gonna lower that. Okay, let's do. There we go. So we got this. Actually, I might want the background. What's the background color? I guess okay. It's some kind of bluish color. All right, let's. All right, we got. Okay, let's do. Yeah, let's do this. We'll just do like. I'll just do like what I used to do for my thumbnails for my very old videos, where I just had a single gradient background color. So yeah, we have this font. I'm gonna actually bold it too. That's important. Okay, we're gonna replace the all with a with this, like I did in the original. So we're gonna change this to a. Yeah, that's the right color. That's the right color. I'm gonna scrap this. There you go. Now we're going to. I'm gonna zoom this in a little so I can actually precisely land it. There you go. Alright. So set fit. And let me just put the one here just because. Yeah, we got the spelling error, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so now we got recreated from from memory. Okay, let me actually lower this because someone else had the Redux option here. Yeah, place this here. There you go. Alright, so we got that. Okay, I'll do a comparison with the old thumbnail once I actually get this finished. Actually, no, let me just, Okay, hold up. I need to actually, yeah, lower, there you go. Okay, this probably would be easier to do in something like Paint 3D, but but I think Google Slides would work a little better for this. So let's just let this I've always used okay, I may have tried Paint 3D for a thumbnail. I don't know which one. It must have been okay. It has to be yeah. It's I don't know. It has to be I think it must have been, I think it was a Doom video. It must have been Doom 2016 where I tried a thumbnail in Paint 3D, but I didn't. But I realized I wouldn't be able to change the text and everything once it was all set. So yeah, that's why I'm just gonna do Google Slides better. All right, there we have. So yeah, let's do a comparison with the old thumbnail. We got. Yeah, this is actually pretty faithful. Yeah, it's a little better looking. Oh yeah, I want to also actually put the Aperture logo on. That might be important. Yeah, let me do that. Okay, and okay, I'm just gonna do this too. All right, so let's I put the yeah, I'm gonna put a poorly recreated version of the Aperture logo, just like I did in the old version. Oh yeah, this will need a. I'm gonna give everything drop shadows too. That's important. There you go. So we have so yeah, let's start with yeah, I think for this video we'll do test chambers 0 to 1. So let's do that. Alright, we're gonna okay, I'm gonna download this. Right before I download, I need to actually put this in a 1080p resolution. It's probably not the most needed part, but you know, I still thought I'd do it just in case. Alright, now we're gonna download as a little PNG. I normally download my thumbnails as a JPEGs, but I'm just gonna do PNG this time just in case. Alright, that's so that's done. Now we're going to actually make the level here. So we have the program for this. We have B2. So I'll show you how this works if you don't know what this is. It's basically a mod for Portal 2 that basically lets you get more items in your level editor. Oops, okay, it was already starting up. Oops, now I have two. It's weird, it takes a while for it to actually start. Alright, so so you can see, we have all different palettes, export options, compile options, style item properties. So yeah, all of those, all of those. Yeah, we have a lot of these. So, so let's start. So first, I'm going to actually, I'm going to do a blank, item here. I could have done that too. So there isn't a lot to add for this for the first part. We're going to go to style. And I think in my original project, I originally used a clean style, which I thought was kind of dumb. I'm gonna do Portal 1 style, just to keep it more faithful. And I'm gonna change the music. What music should I change this? Okay, I want a Portal 1 music. Okay, what should we add? Let's add. Yeah, that's good. This one shows test chamber 0, so. But it only plays in. It only plays in 0, 8, and 0, 9. Okay, it only plays in 8 and 19, so I gotta pick this around. Okay, I don't know. Okay, let's just go with this one. I'm gonna actually I'm gonna get rid of. I don't need the voice lines. I'm just gonna not use the voice lines like I did in the last video. Then we need the Portal 1 skybox too. Oh yeah, you've got the Rexor tracks too. I like the Rexor tracks actually. Okay, but I'm not going to use those right now. All right, let's all right. Well, what levels? So yeah, I'm not gonna actually look at the oh yeah, let me actually change these to disable multiverse cave. Restart and reaching X. Okay, Fizzler, door cam. Okay, I'm gonna keep these on for Portal 1 just because of the just for the authenticity. Unlock default items. Allow placing and deleting the mandatory. Allow placing and deleting mandatory exit doors. Use with caution. This can have weird result. I'm not gonna do that actually. Show triggers and gains. These never appear on the published maps. Yeah, I might turn this on. I never actually turned this on. I don't remember. Okay, cube colorizer. Yeah, I think that's for like cubes and stuff. Okay, I'm targeting laser cubes. Well, the Portal 1 levels don't have laser cubes, they use pellets instead, but I'm gonna keep this on. Okay, blacken border tiles. Okay, forgiving laser fields, I'm gonna do that. Super damage. I'll get to that for the turret levels. Okay, neurotoxin timer. Bold aperture. Okay, nothing here. Pellets, we'll do that later. Configure signage and unstationary scaffolds. Okay, we'll get to the unstationary scaffolds later. Okay, now we gotta do the style and item properties. Start in the elevator, I think. I'm gonna change the player model to Chell. These voice line properties, probably not. Okay, custom. This is why I have the custom thumbnail here. There you go. See, now we can actually do that. And lighting. I'm not gonna change these. Okay, map. Okay, what else do we get? Alright, what else? I think we're all good for these. So now we're going to actually adjust the. So now where we need. Well, we need the blue. Yeah, we need auto portals. You can actually change. You can actually change these to like if you have cube, you technically have 5 because you can actually change the type to in the level editor. So there you go. We can do that. All right. Then we'll need okay, and then we need the cube, of course. Then we need button. Then we need glass, and I think maybe in my original chamber I used some kind of like elevator. I don't know. I might have to look at the original versions again just to. Well, I probably won't need to actually. I'm not gonna actually do that. So yeah, well we have a was a chamber lock, but I don't think I need chamber locks actually. Because well, each test chamber is separated by an elevator. All right. Let's do. Yeah, I'm gonna add a piston platform so like act as kind of the elevator. Even though you could probably just edit in the Portal 1 and editor with hammer editor. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how hammer editor works. And we'll need some lights. We'll put a light strip. And do we need observation rooms? I'll add observation rooms in case I need them. And oh yeah, we need buttons for test chamber 1 because well, in Portal 1, the portals in Test Chamber 1 are automatic, but in Portal 2, you do them manually. No, you could do automatic, but we'll just see. Okay, let me just read these real quick. Support on the wall. Okay, so okay. Oh, yeah, we also need triggers too. We'll need triggers. And I think we'll be all set here. Yeah, I don't know if I really want to use the chamber lock, but or the door. Okay, where's the door? There's standing door. There. Well, yeah, I think those are the items. I think those are all the items we need. Alright, now we just gotta export, and then the game will, so now we just export it. There, alright, style 9 successfully imported. We started the game now. There we go. Let me just adjust settings. I don't know settings are kept. Yeah, window, no border. I want that actually. Yeah, some settings are not kept when I reinstall Windows for some reason. Oh, this logo's different. I don't think that's supposed to be the same. Anyway, not an issue, not an issue. Alright. Now it's alright, let's get to work. Alright, make sure it's still actually recording. Yeah, it is, alright. Okay, now we gotta well, let's just make this all white so it's not an issue. Okay. Well, let's start. Well, obviously we need to start with test chamber 1 or 0. I meant. Okay. Well, I don't know where this observation. I'll make sure to add observation rooms too, in locations I think are most appropriate. So let's start with. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna start with the opening here. All right. So, well, we need. Let's see. How was this set? I think. Yeah, around like this, I think. So, yeah, it's kind of a. Okay, no, maybe not actually. So, yeah, it was like. Yeah, this. Okay, and let me actually lower all this too. That'll be important. Yeah, I gotta deal with that too. Okay, so this we can have as the portal. So we got the blue portal here. And I think the orange was here. There you go. Actually, these two need to be swapped. I think it was orange here and blue here, I believe. Yeah, that's probably it. Alright, and then we gotta add the glass. So there you go. Oops, oh god. There you go. See, I think the area is like this, I believe. Okay, adjust this back. There you go. Yeah, we gotta also raise this up too. Alright, and let me actually also add kind of a drop section. I think I did that in my original version. So, yeah, I'm sure B2 does have some kind of drop, but I think maybe not. Okay, and let me actually add in triggers too. That'll be important. So, here, let's put connection visibility to none. There you go. Start enabled, no. So yeah, when you, so that way, when you walk into this, you get, then you get the, okay, let's actually, oh, we can't, oops. There you go. Alright, now we have a, alright, we have a bit of a, okay, I believe the observation room was, yeah, maybe they had it here, I believe. I'm pretty sure there was an observation room here. Okay, actually, let me, do this. So yeah, I'm pretty sure the room itself wasn't as big. Oops. Oh god. Okay, this is weird to use. Okay, this is all the way on. Here, let me actually just, duplicate this again. Alright, there. So I believe it was like this, I think. Alright, and let me just do this here. Yeah, that was probably it. Let me just, I'm gonna just play test these every so often, too. That's what I usually do when I made my... Oh shit, an error. Okay, that's not good. Okay, try this again, actually. Fuck. Okay, I actually, got it to work. It took about... How long did it take for me to get this working? And it took over an hour. Yeah, it took me long enough. But yeah, what I had to do to fix that was I had to change the style to clean, use all suggest by default, and use the default palette, which I think is Portal 2 by default. But yeah, I got it working eventually, so I guess we can continue now.
If you are wondering what that smell is, that is the smell.
Oh yeah, I didn't change the
Smell of
lines,
human
crap.
fear.
I have to change that. Oops. I'll get it later. So, yeah, I'm gonna add... I had to also recreate the level too, just in case. So yeah, I'm gonna add the drop and... Alright, I'll make sure to, yeah, I think it should all be good, so we're gonna add the drop now. There's probably other ways you could add a drop, but I didn't really need to worry about that. I didn't really need to. Yeah, up there. Alright, now it works like it's supposed to. So yeah, if you're... So yeah, a bit of word advice if you're using, if you are using V2, if you first install it, I think, you have to do a level with a blank... You have to create a blank level. That should be the solution.
If you are wondering what that smell is, that is the smell of human fear.
There.
I miss that smell.
There you go, see? We got this to work. See? Now it works as it's supposed to. Alright, now we're gonna add the next, Alright, now we're gonna add the next room. So, we're gonna add a chamber lock next. And let's add another trigger. Here we go. And then I think, oops. Okay, why this isn't supposed to do that? Yeah, I should have probably done that first, yeah. Anyway, okay, I think it would look like, yeah, I think it would have looked like this. Yeah, there, and then get the get this, get the button. And another chamber lock. There we go. Alright, that's number... Oh yeah, I should also add the lighting as well. Okay, this is how I normally add lighting here. So yeah, this is my method of adding lighting in a lot of my levels here. So you first do it like this. And then you add lights here. Okay, well not there, that's for sure. There you go. See, that's how I usually add lights here. That way we get proper lighting. So, let's see how that works. Okay, wait, did I set to none? Okay, I'm sure I set it to none, but I'm not sure why it's playing GLaDOS's lines here. I'll probably just restart. I'll probably restart after finishing building before I actually publish it.
If you are wondering what that smell is, that is the smell of human fear.
Yeah, it exists right here,
I
but
miss that smell.
we'll do that later. We'll add it later. So yeah, that's level 1. Yeah, pretty faithful looking actually. It's actually pretty faithful so far. And then we have this. Then we have this room. Yeah, pretty sure it's. I guess it's kind of meant to look like this. I'm pretty sure. I'm not entirely an expert on it. And there, and then this will be the elevator. So you know where the elevator is normally supposed to be. So okay, this is how I add it. Similar to how I added it in the original version. So we're gonna do it like this. Yeah, it's something like that. And I also added this too, because I'll need that. Okay, why does it say auto drop first cube? I'm gonna read it real quick. Okay, player detection. Alright, I get it, I get it. Okay, then add another chamber lock. We probably won't need... I don't know if we'll exactly need it there, but I'm just gonna put it there just in case, you know. And yeah, it uses signature by default, but it should be set to none. Alright. Alright, so we got that done. Now we need to... Actually, is it okay if we... No, we can't. Okay, actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, actually, hang on. I want to see if the... Okay, there, this will work. I want to actually... Can I actually move all this by 1? Actually, I should do that. So yeah, move all this by 1. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that's not going to work. Alright, there. Now this is what it's supposed to be. Alright. Let's, just gonna keep... I always just build. I always just play test it. Every, edit I do. I believe, I don't know. It's been a while since I made one. Been a while since I built a test, alright. Okay, now let's test it out for realsies.
If you are wondering what that smell is, that is the smell of human fear.
This here works just
I
fine.
miss that smell.
This here works just fine. This room is the same as... Okay, that's some weird flicker going on. Alright, well... Nah, not a big problem, not a big problem. There we go, see? This works like it's supposed to. Alright. So that'll be like the base. So this little like lift section here that separates each test chamber, I'm gonna actually just do like this. So we actually have what we're trying to do. So yeah, that's what so yeah, this will be like kind of a checkpoint, I guess. Right, now let's add Alright, now let's do test 1 next. So don't forget the lights. I think like this will do. Actually, maybe it was only like this, I think. Alright. Okay, oh yeah, remember how I said about, the functionality of Test 1 being different between both Portal games? Well, the layout is also slightly changed. I don't know if I want to do the Portal 1 version or the Portal 2 version. You know, I'll do the Portal 2 version just because I already have the pedestal buttons. So yeah, I'm gonna at least make it better in terms of continuity. That should kind of be my goal, really. I'm gonna make it better for continuity's sake. Okay, which is probably not the best goal, but you know, it's fine. I'm trying what I can, really. Okay, I'm gonna actually extend it. Yeah, I think that's good. That's good. And let me add the lights again. Okay, same method. Okay, add the glass. This is probably going to be more of a mix between Portal 1 and 2. But, you know, I'm not going to worry too much about that. Yeah, I think it looks something like this. Oh yeah, let me actually extend the glass. Alright, then make sure to add the buttons. Yeah, they're around here, I think. Yeah, that's good. Okay, then add these here. Add this here. Oh yeah, and let me also add a trigger as well for the blue. Oh wait, that's set to none. Oops. Forgot about that. Alright, there. Oh yeah, we gotta set to an infinite timer. There you go, infinite timer. Why does it... Wait, what? Why did I connect this to the glass? What? That's not supposed to happen. Alright, there. Alright, we got it, though. We got it. Okay, then we... disable the dropper, too. Okay. Yeah, I think it was on... Yeah, I think it was like this. It must have been. Oops. God damn it. I'm constantly messing this up. A lot of mess ups I'm doing here. Okay, yeah, it must have looked like this. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, let's play test the whole thing now. Pray it works. Just pray it works. Yep. Alright, I guess because the thing stopped occurring after the solution I did, I probably won't need to worry about it anymore. Alright, I use the whole test in detail. Okay, well, I'll probably still make some changes before I actually publish it off camera, but you know,
If
it
you
is
are
what it
wondering what that
is.
smell is,
So, okay, we have
that
the
is the
first
smell of
level
human
here.
fear. I miss that smell.
So there we go. So we're in test 0. Then there's the second half. Place this button. And ride this lift. Here. And then test 01. Alright, get the cube. Alright, do this. Wait, what? What? Wait, what? That is not supposed to happen at all. Okay, the thing glitches I'm going through portals. Okay, that's really weird. I have never seen that happen before. Never in my whole life playing this game have I had that happen. And there we go. That's, alright, well, that's the making of, tests 0 to 01. So, yeah, I think we're all set. Oh yeah, let me rename this. So yeah, that'll be it for this video. I'm gonna make some more changes to this off camera, so it'll be slightly different than what I actually posted. Maybe it will. I'm not sure, but you know, I'm gonna start. Alright, yep, that's all good. I'm gonna just quickly make some other changes to this, but yep, that'll do for the making of Recreate from Memory Part 1. So if you enjoyed, give the video a like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.